just here in the village of Seaview on the Isle of Wight, where the MP, Bob Seeley, on the 22nd of May broke lockdown rules to come to a barbecue just up the road here. And what's interesting is actually, he says it's to meet a constituent with critical work to do with the track and trace app. He said he only stayed for a few minutes and only had time for half a sausage. What's that? Half a sausage. Well, you know what they say, half a sausage isn't a whole sausage, and half a story isn't a whole story. This is the story of all about how Bob had a Brexit party in lockdown.
We're having a party. It's a Brexit party. Brace yourselves. It's gonna get weird.
So Bob Seeley, MP for the Isle of Wight, he on the 22nd of May, he went to the house of someone, the mother-in-law of the deputy editor of the Spectator magazine. His name's Freddie Gray, pretending that it's a constituent, and Freddie Gray doesn't live on the island, so he isn't a constituent, and that was something to do with the track and trace app. It was critical to that, and I don't know why the deputy editor of Spectator magazine is critical to the track and trace app. But also at the party was Isabel Oakeshott. Now, Isabel Oakeshott is a journalist, or more of a provocateur, I suppose. She ghost-wrote Lord Ashcroft's biography of David Cameron, where they exposed that he fucked a pig. And also she leaked all the emails from the UK ambassador in the US, which forced him to resign after he called the Trump government inept and incompetent. She's also dating a man called Richard Tice, who is the chairman of the Brexit Party, also the chairman of Leave.eu, who still have lots and lots of strange things going on around them to do with their main sponsor, Aaron Banks, and where that money came from, Russian money possibly, who knows. So these guys were all at the party. Bob turned up with his girlfriend, who's also a journalist, and he said he stayed for 15 minutes and ate half a sausage. And it makes you wonder what sort of conversation you can have in half a sausage. So here's half a sausage. Let's see what we can do. Hi, Bob. Hi, Freddie. Just to say, we'd quite like you to sell the data from the track and trace app to us. Is that okay? Yeah. Do I get anything out of it? Yeah, you can have a couple of £1 million or something, or a peerage, I don't know. Or we'll let the Russians help you out in the next election, whatever. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm a bit worried I'm breaking the lockdown rules like Dominic Cummings. And Freddie says, oh, don't worry about that. His wife, Jane Wakefield, works for us at the Spectator, and she lied about their movements. Don't worry about that. You all right, though? How you doing, Bob? Yeah, not bad. I'm conducting 90% of my meetings out online these days, so obviously if I want to say something I don't want to be recorded, I'd probably have to do it face-to-face by breaking the lockdown rules, don't you think? Yeah, that's absolutely right, said Richard Tice. Yeah, I agree, says Isabel. Anyway, good to see you, Bob. Yeah, nice to see you, Freddie. Bye, Richard. Bye, Isabel. None of them lived here, by the way. Only Bob Seeley and his girlfriend live on the island. All of the rest of them were breaking the lockdown rules. Isabel Oakeshott lives actually just about 200 yards down the road from here. I started the video right next to her house. It's a £405,000 second home. So if you can afford a £405,000 second home on the Isle of Wight that you don't have to live in all the time, then maybe you should go for Brexit. And I think the people that think they can just get away with anything they like think you're a dickhead. Anyway, that's the whole sausage with Grant Sharkey, just a musician with nothing else better to do.
With a little bit of Russian money, you two can decimate an entire country. With a little bit of Russian money, you two can decimate an entire country. With a little bit of Russian money, you two can decimate an entire country. With a little bit of Russian money, you two can decimate an entire country. We are serious at politics. Now we have the woman what sang in Bucks Fizz. We're not just some school kids grooming simple dickheads, you see.